What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my Dark Magician deck list that I actually made on Yugioh Master Duel. Since we don't have things like Dragoon, so that means there's no need to play things like Red Eyes or Red Eyes Fusion or anything like that. And this is the best deck list that I can come up with when it comes to cards in Master Duel. So without further ado, let's just get straight to the deck profile. For the first card, we have double copies of Dark Magician. I still find myself only needing 2 copies of the Dark Magician, even when playing actual TCG. I'm not really reliant on having 3 of them, and 3 of them can really be a brick where you can draw something else. So honestly, I like to stick with the 2 copies of Dark Magician. So for the next card we have here, we have triple copies of Effect Veiler. So I usually don't play hand traps in my current Dark Magician build, but with this Effect Veiler we have over here, it has a couple purposes. One of them is just a hand trap. It's actually pretty good to negate your opponent's choke point. And second of all, we do play in the extra deck the Halco Firebrax, Celine, and Axis Code package. So it could be an easy way to go for OTK as it is, and Effect Veiler really does help with that. For the next card we have over here, we have triple copies of Magician's Souls. I honestly think that this is the most important card of the deck, where you're able to special summon Magician's Souls for free, and where you can have the opportunity to normal summon Veiler to go for your Axis Code plays. And not just that, because we are playing a lot of floodgates over here, like the Skill Drain, Rivalry, Summon Limit, and the Gozen match, where you summon the Magician's Souls on field, and you'll be able to send up to 2 spell trap cards from your field or hand to the graveyard to draw 2. So you're stable with Skill Drain, you're still able to pay costs, so you are able to get the Skill Drain out of the field, and something else maybe like Summon Limit, where you need to summon more than twice within the Celine Axis Code package. So when Skill Drain is out of the field, when you send it with Magician's Souls, you're still able to get the effects, and Skill Drain's not on field anymore. So you'll be able to get 2 free cards and go for OTK as it is. For the next card we have triple copies of Magician's Rod. So when it comes to Magician's Rod in this game compared to like actual TCG, sometimes you might not even be going for your Soul Servant. You might be going for something like your field spell, Magician's Salvation, or even just getting maybe something like Eternal Soul or Dark Magical Circle itself, because this is not the same Dark Magician deck where you're able to dump Dark Magician and Dark Magician Gross directly to the graveyard within turn 1, where you honestly have to do that during a grind now. And even when Dark Magician is in your hand, you still can't resolve Soul Servant since it needs to be on field or graveyard. So honestly, unless if I have the proper setup for it, I'm probably just gonna search either any of the cards that I mentioned before, or even Secrets of Dark Magic. We are playing the Dark Magicians in the extra deck, and even Dark Magician the Dragon Knight as is. For the next card we have Dark Magician Girl. It's just a brick. You utilize your full power of Soul Servant, and you're able to special summon it with Magician's Salvation when you bring back Dark Magician with Eternal Soul. And one more thing that I would like to mention with Magician's Rod is the fact that if this card is in your graveyard when you activate a spell or trap card, which all the trap cards that we have here, which you're going to be doing that almost all the time, you're able to tribute a spellcaster monster on your field to bring this card back to hand. And with this card, you're most likely going to be summoning your Artemis, since you're able to just get your Magician's Rod out of the field, and it just utilizes so much resources for you. For the next card we have over here is the Princess Illusion Magician. Sometimes I might use this as an extender, or even sometimes I might just hold it in my hand whenever like a dark spellcaster like Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl needs the extra attack boost to get over something big, like maybe like Blue Eyes, since that's running a lot within Master Duel. For the next card we just have Magician of Dark Illusion. So honestly, I just have this in here just to have the extra body for level 7, because we do play some rank 7s, which is the Ebon and the Red Eyes Flare Metal. So when this card is summoned during your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap card or effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. And when you special summon this card from your hand, you're able to trigger cards like Dark Magical Circle, since it's treated as a Dark Magician when it is on field. And when this card is in the graveyard, if you activate a spell or trap card or effect while this card is face up, you could target a Dark Magician in your graveyard and special summon it. So it just gives you a resource to not use your Eternal Soul just yet, where Magician of Dark Illusion can do that for you, while you can hold your Eternal Soul. For the spell cards, we're playing triple copies of Powder Extravagance. So I'm not really as reliant on going into the extra deck as I am in the TCG, because we don't have I'm not playing Verti Anaconda, and we just don't have Dragoon. So honestly, most of your power comes from your main deck anyways, just like kind of like Summon Dark Magician, attack directly. And even just not just that, we're playing double copies of things like Link Spider, Imduck, and even Artemis, just for the Magician's Rod play. So you would be able to still go into those cards, as mathematically says you can't banish more than one copy or all of your copies of your certain cards. For the Dark Magician spells, we're running one copy of Magician's Salvation. This is just the field spell to set Eternal Soul directly from deck, and whenever you bring back a Dark Magician or a Dark Magician Girl, you summon the opposite one. So most likely half the time you're going to be summoning Dark Magician from your Eternal Soul, and then you activate the field spell to summon the Dark Magician Girl as well. With the next card over here, we have double copies of Dark Magical Circle. I honestly do like the Circle at 2. The banishing effect is better in Master Duel than it is in TCG as of right now. So and you still might not be able to get your top 3 to be something that you can add from hand, but it's still here for the Dark Magical Circle and Eternal Soul kind of loop thing with Magician's Rod as well. For the next card, the most important card, we have Soul Servant. Soul Servant allows you to stack any Dark Magician related card from your deck, graveyard, or even hand on top of your deck. And when this card is in your graveyard, depending on how many Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girls you have on field or graveyard, you're able to draw that many cards. Most likely, when it came to Master Duel, whenever I test this deck out, I usually just draw the one, which is most likely going to be the one that I stack on top of deck anyways. We have the Secrets of Dark Magic. Sometimes this comes up, and even Dark Magician the Dragon Knight comes up. So honestly, that's the only reason I play that. For the trap cards, we're running double copies of Torrential Tribute. You have Eternal Soul anyways, so honestly, Torrential Tribute doesn't really affect you all that much, but it's just going to be a huge wipeout when it comes to your opponent anyways. So I think that is a really great card, and the fact that it's just also not once per turn either. Like, you activate one, and then if your opponent keeps comboing off, you just activate the other right after that. We're playing triple copies of Infinite Impermanence. The other hand trap there we run in the deck. Sometimes I just like hold it so I can set it, or even like if I just need to get rid of a negate, like maybe like Crystal Wing or something like that, I just use Imperm and I just go off of my combo moves from there. For the next card, we're running, we have all of our floodgates. We're running double copies of Rivalry. You're mainly controlling spellcasters. We're playing triple copies of Skill Drain. You don't really need your effects from the monsters. And like I said before, with Magician's Souls, you're able to pay costs with Skill Drain anyway, so you're able to get this card out of the field easily. And most of your power does come from your back row anyways. We're playing double copies of Summon Limit. With this deck, you don't even need to summon more than twice when it comes to the grind game. So honestly, this card is really good in here. And goes in match, most of your attributes are dark anyways. And whenever you try to go for Selene Axis co-play, like I said before with Magician's Souls, you're able to get rid of this card from field. And the last 2 cards of the deck, we're running double copies of Eternal Soul. So now we're going to the extra deck. We're running 1 copy of Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. It is pretty easy-ish to make, because you do have your Imduck, which is the dragon, and you have your Dark Magician, which you might bring it back with Eternal Soul, and then you just use your Secrets of Dark Magic to go for your plays from there. 1 Dark Magicians. This card is really good when you trying to go first. Like, sometimes opening up those bricky hands in this game is kind of worth it just to get Dark Magicians out, because you're able to activate. If you activate a spell or trap, you're able to use this effect to draw one. Most likely, it would be nice to draw any of your floodgates over here, and you'll be able to set it and activate it that turn. And when the card is destroyed, you're able to special summon both Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl from your hand, deck, or graveyard, which is the other reason why I played the Dark Magician Girl anyways. For the next card, we're playing Norito, the Moral Leader. You do run double copies of Apprentice Illusion Magician, and you're running one Dark Magician Girl, which are both level 6s. And when you overlay to this, you don't really use this effect, you just kind of like overlay directly into Ebon Illusion Magician. It's really good just to not use any of your level 7s to try to go for Ebon Illusion Magician, and you just get rid of Dark Magician from your deck and you just put it directly on field. It's really nice. And during the battle phase, when a normal monster attacks, you're able to activate this effect without detaching any materials to target a card and banish it. We're running Red Eyes Flare Metal. When you're in the late grind game and you are above on life points, this card is really good, limiting your opponent from activating a lot of cards because they're just basically burning themselves at that point. And when it comes to Eternal Soul being destroyed, your Red Eyes Flare Metal is not going to get destroyed because it can't be destroyed by card effects, which is actually really good. For the links, we're running double copies of Link Spider. We're running double copies of Imduck just to basically get your Dark Magician out of the field and activate Eternal Soul within your turn again or your opponent's turn. You're running double copies of Artemis. You do run Extravagance, so you have the possibility of banishing one, but hopefully not both, where you're able to use your Magician's Rod or Magician's Souls to just go into this card. And then we're running How Combo, we're running Needle Fiber, we're running the Celine, and we're running the Access Code Talker. So when it comes to this deck, I'm still trying to get used to me not playing TCG and I'm just playing Master Duel. Sometimes I play this deck and I'm just thinking I'm gonna go for Predator Plan, Verti Anaconda, and Dragoon, and I realized that I just don't have access to the Dragoon package in here, so it kind of like works out a little kinks just to get me out of that grind. But honestly, I do love this deck. It really performs well, and hopefully I'm able to upload my replays that I played so far with this deck. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much. I hope you guys have a good one.